Rebecca, and these are my reviews, and today I have some makeup brushes to share with you. So these are from a company called Docolor. This company is an inexpensive brand. You can find them on Amazon or just online at their website. They are inexpensive and they are beautiful brushes. I'm actually really excited to share these with you guys. You like my holder? my 99-cent Star Wars cup. Oh, it's getting bad. I have so many makeup brushes, but I wanted to keep these all together while I was testing them out and so that I could show them to you guys. So anyway, ignore the cup. Okay, so these brushes, as you can see, are all pink, and then look at the handles on these, you guys. Aren't these so pretty? Look at these, look at this. It looks like a unicorn horn. It's so cute. I absolutely love the way these look, and they are super duper soft, like super duper soft. I really love these. And I was reading online about the company, and they are vegan and cruelty free, which is really nice. And basically they have some sort of patent on how they create the brushes so that they can mass produce them in a quality way and still keep the prices down, which is awesome. There's a ton of brushes in here, you guys. $40 for this entire set, which I think is an amazing deal, especially because the quality on these is really nice. So anyway, what I thought I would do for you today is basically try to use every single brush in here and show you how I use them so you can see them in action. So anyway, you can see how I got this makeup look and how the brushes perform. I'm really happy with this set. So I will leave all of the information in the description box, as well as I do believe I have a 10% off discount code for you. So this entire set is like $40, plus you'll get 10% off. Yay! And I believe the code is just Rebecca, but I will put all of that information in the description box. Okay, so here we go. Let's test them out. Okay, so this is the foundation brush, and I like the little protective cover that it comes in and it snaps on. This brush is very interesting. It's pretty darn dense in here, and you can see that it has like this angle and this little tip, and it's pretty thin on the side. I do like the ergonomic shape. It's got like a little thumb indent on either side, so that's nice, and it's obviously very pretty. It's just an interesting shape. So I'm going to use this for putting on my foundation today, and we'll see how it goes. I think I've tried this like once before. So the brush does say that it's for foundation, or it could be used as a contour brush, which I think might be better because you can use this to get a nice contour going there. Well, it's not bad for foundation. It does seem to be blending it out, and the bristles are very soft. I will give it that. I feel like I'm not getting any coverage though. So I do like that you can kind of get around areas, you know, like around your nose, that sort of thing, around your eyes even. I mean, like it kind of fits nicely right there, doesn't it? It seems to be blending out nicely. You know, I don't see streaks on my skin or anything, but I do feel like I'm not getting great coverage with this. Okay, I'm gonna use my Becca under eye corrector with this brush, which is the number 13 brush, and I'm basically just dabbing it in here, and I'm gonna go under my eyes with this. So that works nicely, and this is nice and soft, and it is very dense, but it's a good size for things like this. I could use this for my concealer, but I'm not going to. I'm going to use just this is actually, I think, the Ricky's makeup blender, and I have some Julep concealer here. Okay, and then I'm going to use the number 15. It's just kind of a smallish, very dense, flat. I guess this could be like a shader brush for your eyeshadow, but I'm going to use it basically as a concealer. I'm going back in with my foundation, and I'm just going to take this over a couple of spots over here that I want to cover up. Okay, then I'm going to use my Honest Beauty powder, and I'm going to take this big old fluffy brush. This is the number 1, and I'm just going to dust this all over my face. This brush also works really, really well for blush or bronzer. It's a little on the big side, but when you want, you know, a nice fluffy sweep of color, it works really well. I like this one because it's not too dense. It's really fluffy without being flimsy. Now I'm going to contour with this fun brush. This makes a really great contour because it's nice and thin, but it's still a bit fluffy. It's not too dense. Like if you were to contour with this, you would get a very intense contour. With this one, it's a little bit more fluffy, which makes it great for using with a powder. This one, if you were using a cream or something, might be a better option, but I really like this one because you can blend as well. So anyway, let me actually get some powder on here. So I'm using this Pure palette, which is pretty dark color there. And it smells like chocolate. But you see what I mean? Like you can get a nice exact line there and then just kind of blend it up. And I'm gonna take this around the sides of my face and up here. You could also take this down the length of your nose. It helps you get a nice straight line because it's such a long brush. I really love this brush. I'm gonna use this one, which is actually Peach Bellini from Julep. And I'm gonna use this angled fluffy brush. And I'm just gonna sweep that across my cheeks. Oh, I picked up quite a lot of product there. There we go. This is, again, a pretty big brush, but I don't know, I kind of like it. And then I think I'm actually going to use a little bit of this cream highlighter from Honest. And I'm gonna use the pink shade with this brush, which is an O2. You could use this as a foundation brush if you wanted to. It's pretty small, so you're gonna get more of a full coverage, but it is a nice flat top kabuki. It's pretty dense, and it's nice short bristles, which I like. So it does make a good foundation brush. It's just so tiny that I feel like it takes forever. So lazy. So anyway, it also works really well for like cream blushes, or in this case, a cream pink highlighter. It's more like a blush topper, I guess, maybe. So anyway, because this is so dense, you do kind of have to be careful that you're not disturbing the makeup underneath. And then I'm just gonna go over that with another highlighter. This one is Mary Luminizer, and the brush that I'm using is the number 303 brush. This would also make a really great brush for like powdering under your eyes or smaller areas, because it is smaller, but it's still a nice fluffy brush. And I could either use this one or this angled one for a highlighter. This one also would be a good contour one or smaller blush kind of a thing. But I'm gonna use this one for my highlight today. I'm just gonna top that cream highlighter and kind of make it super intense. And my Cupid's bow. I also have this giant fan brush, which you could use for highlighter, but I've decided that I don't like giant fan brushes for highlight. I feel like this is better for, like, I don't know, powder or something, like, or after you've been baking, you know, where you've got powder piled on your face, and then you can use the giant fan brush to kind of sweep that away. You know, I think it works well for that, but I don't like using this for highlighter. I just think it's too much. It's too fat and big, but this is a fantastic giant fan brush if you like big fan brushes like this. I'm going to use the Balm Meet Matte Ramoni. This is all matte shadows, and I'm just gonna use this like creamy shade right here and just go all over my lids. And this brush is like a fluffy angled brush, which is good for all sorts of things. Okay, so next I'm going to take this one, which is the 04, and this is just a flat shader brush, and it's pretty big. This is one you could use this for concealer as well, but I'm gonna use this just for my eyeshadow. And I think I'll go in with this color right here, which is kind of a shimmery burgundy color, and I'm just gonna pack that onto my lid. This is a great brush for using with like loose pigment or glitters or something, because it is really dense. It's great for packing on color. I'm gonna go back into my Matrimony palette, and I'm going to grab this matte Kumar, which is kind of a reddish shade, and I'm gonna take that on like my outer V. And this brush that I'm using right here is similar to this one, but it's a tiny bit fluffier and a little bit smaller. So I'm just kind of packing the color on. I'm gonna blend it out in a second. And now I'm going to take this little fluffy brush, and before I put anything on there, I'm just gonna blend out the edges of these two shades that I already have on. And now I'm gonna go in with this kind of mauve-y color up here, and I'm gonna take that in my crease. And then I'm gonna take that first angled fluffy brush that I used and blend out the edges of that one. Okay, this is the brush that I used for my concealer earlier, and I'm just going to take this under my brow bone just to kind of clean up that area. Not brow bone, my eyebrow, the actual brow. I'm gonna take this tiny flat brush and it's really skinny. You could use this for liner, for your lips, for whatever, but I'm going to use it basically as a smudgy brush today, and I'm going to take this black down here and I'm going to smudge some liner on. Okay, and now that I have that nice and smudgy on, I'm actually going to take a slightly larger brush. Okay, so you can see the one that I first used is quite a bit smaller, but they're the same shape. And I'm going to use the larger one with my Pretty Vulgar liner. I love the way this liner goes on, but it's hard to get it to stay put. If you put on an eye primer and then maybe put a powder over it, either a translucent powder or even like a black shadow or something like that, it will help it stay put. And I've seen lots of reviews that talk about how well this stays on, but for me, it just slides all over the place. So I'm still playing with it because I love how creamy and how fabulous it is to put on. It's just, I wish it would stay put. So anyway, I'm taking this just against my lash line, basically to darken that up. I'm going back in with my smaller one to kind of smooth out the edges and kind of smoke it out a little bit more, and also to add black powder to try to get it to not move. Okay, now that I have my liner on, I'm gonna go ahead and do my eyebrows. So I'm taking this one, which is similar in the skinniness of it, but this one is angled, and you could use this one as eyeliner, but today I'm going to use it for my brows. So I'm using the Brow Gal Convertible Brow Palette, which is basically just a powder. You can wet this to make it more like a pomade, I guess, but I just like to use it dry. My eyebrows don't need too much, but I do like to add a little bit of powder. Okay, and then I'm gonna use a little spoolie to brush that out. Every set needs a spoolie, right? Okay, I'm just gonna pop on some mascara. Okay, and then for lips, I'm going to use this Bite Beauty Lip Crayon in Tort. And then I'm just gonna add a little bit of this Honest Beauty, what is this, Kissable Lip Crayon in Chestnut Kiss. And I'm going to use this little lip brush here because I've basically used this all up, so now I'm just kind of scooping it out of there. This is how much I loved this lip crayon, but I just haven't gotten a replacement yet, so I'm still using that. And I'm just gonna put this all over my lips. This stuff is so nice. It's just hydrating and it feels so good on your lips. And it has a great amount of tint to it. I love this thing. As you can see, right? Sometimes the bristles on lip brushes are too long or too stiff, because if it's too long, they get flimsy, and if they're too stiff, then they kind of mess up your lipstick as you're applying it. This is perfect. Okay, that's it. I used every single brush. Okay, so overall, I think some of the brushes I will use more often than others, but they are all perfectly usable, really nice quality, beautiful brushes. And you can buy these brushes separately, or they have like, you know, different packs. So anyway, I'm really liking these brushes. I can honestly say that I would recommend them, especially for the price. I think it's a great deal. They're super duper cute, and they're good brushes. I will definitely continue to use these, and I've been using some of them for weeks now, so this is great. I'm very happy with this set. All right, well, thank you guys so much for watching. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and share it with your friends. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!